like to call the October 2025 meeting of the Knox County Board of Zoning Appeals to order. If we could call the roll.
Mr. Brown?
Present.
Mr. Repass?
Present.
Mr. Wood? Mr. Williams?
Present.
Mr. Anderson?
Present.
Mr. Elliott?
Present.
Ms. Garrett?
Present.
Mr. Graves?
Present.
Mr. Huff?
Present. Did Mr. Lloyd answer? No. Okay. If you could join me with a pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The first order of business on the agenda is an election of officers for the next year. Mr. Williams, I think you had something you wanted to say.
I make a motion to suspend the laws, giving Curtis Brown and Paul Huff the ability to remain on the board if they so choose.
I'll second.
Just to clarify, we're suspending the rules so that we can remain as vice chairman and chairman for another year.
That's correct.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Thank you. The chairman will entertain approval of the minutes from last meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any negative votes? Motion carries. Okay, we will start with, I've got to do some reading, excuse me. Almost forgot my role here. The Knox County Board of Zoning Appeals is authorized to grant variances and hear other matters by the Tennessee Code and the Knox County Zoning Ordinance, specifically 6.60 Board of Zoning Appeals. These laws prescribe strict parameters, the meeting of which is required to grant a variance. The burden of proof that an application meets these parameters rests on the applicant. Quoting from the Knox County's Code of Ordinances 6.60.04 variances, the purpose of the variance is to modify the strict application of the specific requirements of this ordinance in the case of exceptionally irregular, narrow, shallow, or steep lots or other exceptional physical conditions whereby such strict application would result in practical difficulty or unnecessary hardship which would deprive an owner of the reasonable use of their land. The variance shall only be used where necessary to overcome some obstacle which is preventing an owner from using their property as the zoning ordinance intended. For each matter, the clerk will read the request into the record. The chair will then ask if the applicant is present. The chair will then ask if there is opposition or other speakers who wish to present. You do not have to come forward at this time. Once we determine the speakers for an item, we will call on government agencies such as Knox County Codes, Planning, or Engineering to make statements regarding the facts pertinent to the property and background of the request. Board members may ask questions of the governmental agencies once they have made their statements. The chair will then call on the applicant to come forward, state their name and address for the record, and present their evidence and reasoning supporting the granting of a variance. If there is no opposition, the applicant has 10 minutes to present their case. If there is opposition, the applicant and opposition each have 15 minutes, up to 15 minutes. After the applicant's presentation, the board members may ask questions of the applicant. The chair will then call for opposition or other parties who have 15 minutes to speak. This 15 minutes applies to all parties, so if there are multiple parties that wish to speak, please determine how you're going to divide your time beforehand. After the opponents present their opposition, the board members may ask questions of the opponent. Finally, there will be a discussion of the case by the board, during which time the board members may ask further questions of parties that have already testified. The board will then make any determination it deems necessary. Our bylaws allow an applicant at the initial hearing of a matter to request a deferral of 30 to 60 days without prejudice. In the event of a deferral of an application or failure to appear, any opponents may be heard on the record at a meeting where the application they oppose appears on the agenda. Mr. Law Director, if you would please swear in the applicant, or the speakers.
Sure. Anybody who plans to speak to this board today, either for or against any item on the agenda, please stand and raise your right hand. All right, do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're going to give today be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Be seated, please.
We have additional folks here today with us from Knox County Codes and Engineering. Miranda, if you would introduce your folks.
You have myself, Miranda Ward, Kelly Vaughn, and Bart Roundtree from Code Administration, and then we've got Mike Reynolds from Knox Planning.
Our voting procedure requires a simple majority of the board members present. Today, there are 8 members present, I believe.
Yeah.
So a minimum of 5 votes required. Are there any changes to the agenda today?
Just 6A that was deferred from last time is being changed to, it's right on the agenda, I'm sorry, to extend the zone boundary 100 feet.
Yes. Okay. Anything else?
Nothing else.
Okay, we'll move on to the first item on the first request.
Item 5A is a request of Courtney Brooks for waiver of left side yard setback from 5 feet to 3 feet. The property is located at 6847 St. Croix Lane, CLT map 057, group FG, parcel 006. Property is zoned PR in the 7th Commission District.
Excuse me, is the applicant present? Is there any opposition? Anything from codes on this?
We don't have anything now.
If you could, please state your name and address for the record. Miranda, can you help her with the microphone? Thank you.
I'm Courtney Brooks, 6847 St. Croix Lane, Knoxville, Tennessee, 37918.
And pursuant to codes, Knox County Code of Boarding Appeals, what evidence do you have to present that supports your application for the variance?
It's there. So we began building a garage and we're a little uneducated about the process and didn't know we needed a permit. We have since educated ourselves and stand before you today because of that. We have spoken with our neighbor who is on the other side of the boundary line. He's in full support of the garage and he did provide a letter and signed it. There's evidence. He was going to come today, but they had a death in the family, so he was not able to make it.
Is there any opposition here to this today? No. Did we get any notification from anyone in opposition to this?
We didn't have anything in writing. Somebody had called me and asked about it. He said he wasn't really in support of it, but that was about it.
Okay.
Didn't make a commitment to come or write a letter.
Ms. Garrett, this is your,
Yes, it is. My question, I know you've noted on here, you would like to make it consistent with other homes in there, and I've driven by there and I've seen other homes have garages. But it looked like that section that comes out towards the road, was that a previous garage?
Yes. We just put a wall there instead.
Okay. And the driveway, I think, could you pull up a picture of it? I think the driveway goes, is it in front of that section, or is it on the other side of the house?
Which driveway?
The driveway that you use to park your cars on.
Oh, yeah, it's on the right side.
so you had a garage at one time, you've now converted to living space? Mm-hmm. And now you want to build another garage?
Well, yes, we've had Our family has grown unexpectedly. So, yes.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Repass, go ahead.
Is there not a way that you could have the addition be 2 feet less in width so that you could fall within the requirements?
So if we did that, we wouldn't be able to have the 2-car garage to match the other garages in the neighborhood. It would have to be a 1-car garage.
And then are there other homes in your neighborhood that have those garage additions on the side that encroach into the
There
5
are
foot?
a couple of houses that have additions, yes.
And do you think they encroach within the 5 foot?
I'm
Setback
not
was
sure.
Thank you.
Does codes know if we've had any other variance requests for encroachments in this area?
I don't think so. I looked earlier. Let me see.
That's fine.
No, there's not been any in this neighborhood.
But you've not presented any evidence that there's your lot's too narrow, too shallow, too irregular, or too steep to support a variance. And those are required criteria. Just the fact that you want to build a garage that would encroach into the setback is not a criteria for granting a variance.
Okay.
Mr. Chair, I have a question, if I may.
Go ahead.
Would it be possible to just do a concrete pad and extend, a parking area that way as opposed to an actual structure?
Well, the structure was meant to be extra storage. So we were going to put a concrete slab there, but we've since done nothing because of this.
So you're calling this a two-car garage, but you're going to use it for storage?
Yes, and other things, other items that go in garages, lawnmowers.
And the only reason you can't or don't want to cut it off 2 feet shorter is because it won't match other garages in the neighborhood?
Correct, and it's already sort of built.
I'm sorry, I'm not hearing any compelling reason for granting a variance personally, but I'll leave that up to the board.
I'm going to go ahead and make a motion. I want to make a motion that we deny the waiver of the left side yard setback from 5 feet to 3 feet due to not meeting variance criteria.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. Next item, 4B.
5B is a request of Macy Rudell representing Kyle Smith for waiver of front yard setback from 10 feet to 3 feet. The property is located at 7685 Oak Ridge Highway, CLT map 091, parcel 00102. Property is zoned OB in the 6th Commission District.
Is the applicant present? Is there any opposition to this? Anything from codes on this?
None at this time.
And I just want to clarify, this has to do with a sign, is that correct? Thank you. Okay, if you would, give us your, what evidence you have to support the request.
Yeah. Macy Rudell, 18 Emory Place, Suite 100 in Knoxville, Tennessee, 37938. So we're requesting, I'm speaking on behalf of Kyle Smith from Beaver Creek Dental, requesting a variance for the location of their site sign for the property to allow for a 3-foot setback from the right-of-way versus the 10-foot as noted in the zoning ordinance. One thing just to note, which I showed on here, is the way the sign ordinance reads is that it should be 10 feet from the right-of-way or 15 feet from the asphalt, whichever is greater. Because of the way the right-of-way is located along Oak Ridge Highway, we're 40 feet from the asphalt, so we're a good distance from there. Unfortunately, the 3 foot is less than the definition of greater. So obviously, the 10 foot would make it 50 feet, but the issue with that, not only is the site irregular, it was a tough site to design in the first place for the layout of the building, the property, and the circulation. So, and detention pond, there's really not a better location for visibility for that sign to be visible from Oak Ridge Highway as you're driving eastbound. As you can see, there's a pretty big overgrowth there to the left, and if you're traveling east, you really can't tell that's Beaver Creek Dental. The building sign is facing east, so if you're coming headed west, then you can see it, but not if you're heading east. So the sight sign is necessary for patients to see and locate the building before they're needing to turn in. So the hardship is presented that the sight sign is necessary for the building, for patients to know the location, as well as the location for it, that there really is not a better location on the site to also allow for good visibility off Oak Ridge Highway.
If I understand what I just heard, you're saying people approaching the business from which direction can't see the sign until they actually get to it?
Right. Yeah, so when they're headed eastbound on it, then you can't tell that it's Beaver Creek Dental without a sight sign, a monument sign.
So it could be a safety problem if they are traveling down eastbound and then have to stop suddenly or slow down suddenly.
Correct.
Okay. Mr. Elliott, this one's yours.
Well, thank you for your time. I agree with everything you've said. I've been out to the site. I'd say the only thing I'd want to make is a quick statement that was brought up in our pre-meeting is, are you aware that if you were approved, and for whatever reason, sometime Oak Ridge Highway exercise or big right-of-way, you might have to relocate your sign?
Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, I've been out there, and I agree with you completely. The Oak Ridge right-of-way is kind of ridiculous, and your signs, like you said, well off the road, 40 feet plus.
Yeah.
So I would like to make a motion to approve the waiver of the front setback from 10 feet to 3 feet from the public right-of-way.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries.
Thank you.
And 4C.
5C is a request of Myron Ryan for waiver of lot intensity from 1 acre per dwelling to 0.8 acres per dwelling to subdivide Lot 2. Property is located at 6202 Strawberry Plains Pike, CLT map 084, Group JA, parcel 021. Property is zoned AG and CA in the 8th Commission District.
Is the applicant, yeah, there we are, you're here. Is there any opposition to this? Anything from codes?
Not at this time.
Any questions for codes? If you could state your name and address, please.
My name is Myron Reed Ryan Jr., and my address is 4733 Shop Road, Corrington, Tennessee, 37721.
Okay, if you could give us your rationale for requesting this variance.
I brought a little bit of paperwork. Can I bring it up there?
Certain.
This front picture that I have is an aerial view. And if you look at the structures all around, most of them are on about a half an acre. There's one to the left of it on Braden that's on 0.91 of an acre, but the rest of them around 0.5. What I would like to do is make 2 lots in the back, and they would both be 0.847 of an acre. So they're nearly an acre. And I think they would sit really well. I've got a lot of road frontage. There's already utility there because at one point there was a mobile home in the back. The soils tests were good. I mean, it just seems like an ideal place for 2.
Mr. Graves?
Before I went out to the site, I looked at the Google aerial view, and you can see kind of some of the clutter in the backyard. I was concerned about that, just going out. So I was very pleased to see that the lot's been cleaned up.
Yes.
The current structure that's there looks like it's being renovated.
Yes.
And it appears that this is going to be, a couple maybe rental properties that you're wanting to develop or sell or whatever.
They'll be for sale, sir.
Okay.
And that was a big mess they left me.
Yeah, I don't know what those were, but they look big.
Pallets, water barrels, oil drums, propane tanks, everything you can imagine.
Well, it definitely looks a lot better, so that's a good thing. Are you just in, I assume, single-family residential kind of
Yes.
structures?
Yes, these homes will be probably 1,800 to 2,200 square foot, 3-4 bedroom homes, matching what other homes are in that area.
Sure. Okay, those are the only questions that I had.
Anybody else have any questions for the applicant? Mr. Elliott, your light's on? No, I'm sorry, bud.
No other questions. I would make a motion as he claims his property does lay well and matches the surrounding houses. I make a motion we approve the variance. Oh, excuse me, the way the property lays as well as surrounding houses, I feel it makes sense as well, so.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries.
Thank you all for your time.
5D. 5D is a request of Kimberly Spradlin Floyd for waiver of lot intensity from 2 acres for 2 dwellings located on the same lot to 1.52 acres for 2 dwellings located on the same lot. The property is located at 11442 Snyder Road, CLT map 130, parcel 16314. Property is zoned ag in the 6th Commission District.
Is the applicant present? Is there any opposition to this? Any statements from Knox Codes?
Nothing at this time.
Any questions for the board members or for Knox Codes? No. If you could please state your name and address for the record.
Kimberly Floyd, 11442 Snyder Road, Knoxville 37932.
And can you tell us your rationale for asking for this variance?
Originally, it was for my mother so that I could build another home on the property. She passed away 45 days ago. And the night before she passed away, she said, "I want to see you build that house." So I had planned on keeping the little house that's in the front that she lived in until she passed away. My daughter will eventually move back to Knoxville, who's been a special ed teacher up in the Tri-Cities, and hope to leave both those homes to her eventually.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
You said your daughter's going to move into the old house?
The little house is there eventually, yes, sir. There's a small home on the front of that property that's, you can see the structure based on the, with the green metal roof.
Are you planning to sell a portion
No.
of the property? You're going to keep it all
Yes, sir.
together?
Yes, sir. I currently am now residing in the little green roofed house. That's where I took care of my mother, so. There was a carport. You can see it in there. We've taken it down, and I did start clearing some of the trees behind that house.
Mr. Elliott?
Yes, well, I'm sorry for your loss as well, and you answered my one main question. The 2 questions I was going to ask you are, what do you plan on doing with the small house in the front? And that's going to go to a family member, hopefully. And then the other question would be, our, I guess, resolution to the situation without the variance would be just adding to the already existing structure, had you?
Possibly, but we'd prefer not to have to do that just because the way it sits on the property, it sits up closer to the road, and the other would be back further.
Correct.
Just so that I could have my daughter with the same property.
I
So,
understand completely. That's all the questions I have, Mr. Huff.
Codes, if this property were ever to be divided in the future, there are other variances and things that would have to be addressed at that time. Am I correct?
Yes, if this variance were to be granted today, it would be able to allow 2 houses on a single parcel less than 2 acres. In order to divide it, a new variance would have to be granted for each new parcel for one parcel to be less than 1 acre.
Thank you. Hearing no other questions, Mr. Elliott, do you have any additional?
No, if there's no other questions, I would like to make a motion to approve the waiver of the lot intensity from 2 acres for 2 dwellings to 1.52 acres for 2 dwellings.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries.
thank you, guys.
Good luck.
Sorry to be so emotional.
No problem.
Thank you.
Moving on to 5A.
6A is a request of Jeffrey Bunch for William Rayfield for waiver to extend the AG zone boundary 100 feet, revised from previous request of lot intensity. The property is located at 1936 Graybill Road, CLT map 129, parcel 067. Property is zoned A and RA in the 6th Commission District.
The applicant is present. Is there any opposition? Any statement from Knox County Codes?
Not at this time.
If you could, please state your name and address for the record.
Yes, I'm Jeff Bunch. I live at 12419 Buttermilk Road, Knoxville, Tennessee, 37932.
I think I'm just going to do away with questioning your request and go straight to Mr. Elliott, because I believe you've done everything we asked of you from the last meeting. So, Mr. Elliott?
Yeah, thanks. I'm sorry you had to come back, but I think this is a far better resolution than having us set the precedent and putting, that many dwellings on a lot that was not zoned for that. So I think this was a fantastic resolution. I appreciate you going to the effort. And I would like to make a motion to approve the waiver to extend the AG zone boundary 100 feet revised from the previous lot intensity request.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries.
Thank y'all. All right, thank you.
I make a motion to dismiss.
Is there any
Second.
other, is there any other business to come before the board? Motion's been made and seconded to adjourn. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.